Well, happy Friday.
So what is this? Is this a describe what you do, your career, what your career is poorly, without saying what your job is?
If I could describe, okay, can I describe what I do poorly? Depends which area I'm going with. I'll let you guys decide what's how to. Okay, Alyssa, describe what you do without describing what you do, and do it very, very poorly.
I cut dogs.
Okay, well you you just cut them.
Okay.
Jay,
I'll shake you there, you puppy.
Describe what you do and do it very poorly.
I guess I could say I rub people's inner thighs.
Oh, you do too.
You know?
Yeah, your hands are strong but soft.
Or I twist necks.
You do. I'm the cheapest counseling you'll ever pay for.
That's fair.
And I'm unlicensed.
That is fair. Well, I mean, bartenders are pretty cheap.
Bartenders are pretty cheap. They'll do it for tips.
Yeah.
But I think, we all have jobs. We all have things that we do, whatever it is our careers are. And the reality is, oh my God, why is the reality is lots of people don't understand what we do, or they think that it's really easy. Like, the whole, I could do that. Yep. Alyssa, I bet you're guilty of having people say stuff like that to you.
Yeah. Like people think my job is fun, but it's not as fun as people think it is.
Well, you just play with dogs all the time. How hard could it be, right?
Yeah, I play with the dog.
Isn't that something? Like you'd almost think that maintenance would be a good idea with pets, kids.
Yeah, right.
Adults.
Everything else.
Yeah. You look after your car, but you don't really look after.
They get cold in winter.
Isn't that something?
You know what? What's funny about that is my dad and I just wouldn't want to pay those bills. I'm like, I wouldn't want to pay your stupid car bills.
Pay what bills?
It's the same thing. He built a building.
Oh, right.
Like there's bills that come with a car.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
But
that comes with any kind of business, right? Like,
it's just
go ahead. Like whether you're renting a space or
or just any.
Go ahead.
Should I have headphones? Am I the problem?
I think you might be lagging a bit.
Might be lagging a little bit, yeah.
A little bit. So it's like my voice comes out and then it comes out. So that's okay. Right. I'll just pause after I say something. That's simple enough.
Just that hesitant pause.
Yeah. No, I think lots of us we've all done things where I believe there are people that say, hey, I could do that. It doesn't look that hard.
Yep.
Except for Jay. I don't even know what the hell you do, and I've known you for years.
I just make it up every single day. I don't really know what I'm doing either. Sometimes it's just sort of like, oh, well, holy, this works. Fantastic.
Well, nobody's died yet.
No. That you can prove. Right? So
intent is what the problem is. As long as there's no ill intent.
That's fair.
But a prime example of, and out of the three of us, I would say I have the one, like besides real estate, which is a lot of it's law, it's legal, it's all legalese, and it's
what do you know about the legal system, anyways?
I work with lawyers all the time, man.
Yeah.
But when you look at the barbering side of it, Alyssa, tell me if this is a completely one-way street. A wife will cut her husband's hair because there's clippers in the house, but heaven forbid, if she needs a trim, she will not let her husband cut her hair.
Well, yeah, that's a one-way street, but I let dog groomers cut my hair sometimes.
Well, there's that.
Okay. With the same utensils and tools?
Yeah, it started in COVID.
That happened.
And
you're right. COVID did that to a lot of people. And trust me, I got to fix some messed up dudes. And lots of guys were growing their hair out during that.
Yep, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
people definitely took it a little bit easy. And that was the problem, because then people started realizing, holy crap, I need my dye. I gotta get this dye job fixed, right?
Dude, there was a lot of box color that got repaired. Hey, Pebbles.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I think that leave the expert stuff to the experts. And I'm not saying experts, but leave it to the people who have been trained to do it.
Yeah.
Like Alyssa, you're in a position, and we've talked about this before, but whatever, without having a governing body of sorts, it can be the Wild West. Like tattoo artists are exactly that. There isn't really, as a tattoo artist, you train under another tattoo artist, but is there a governing body other than your like bodily fluids and all that part of it that you have to sterilize and all that? But is there a standard to doing it? Like we could all buy tattoo stuff and start inking people, but that's not a good idea.
Well, you could. I mean, it's only bad if you get caught, right? And you get in trouble with it, right?
But you can't. That's the problem.
It wouldn't matter.
Can get gear.
Well, you could,
caught.
because if you started doing tattoo work on a person, that could be classified as some sort of assault, right?
None of it's voluntary. I mean, I've got tattoos, and I consider them to be permanent reminders of temporary insanity.
Right. That's fair. Or prison time. One of the two.
We don't like to talk about that.
Yeah, there's nothing like, the teardrops in the eyes and facial tattoos and the neck tattoos and stuff, right?
Great ideas. Go with that. I don't think that people should really. Hey, do you, man? Whatever you want to get, knock yourself out.
Right. But
so listen, with dog groom, because I don't understand. Hey, Polar Bear, I don't understand exactly what you do. And I've been in the barbering game for 25 years, but what you do is completely alien to me, because you're dealing with what I would compare to dealing with I guess kids that don't sit still.
It's probably comparable to that. We build relationships, and like a lot of dogs that I've known for a long time are falling asleep on the table, and it's easy, but it does start off with a degree of table training. And we're seeing the industry shift now from get her done no matter what, to actually not getting it done and letting the dog have a degree of consent and just bringing it back again. And I think it's positive.
Well, and I was looking up misconceptions about different professions, and one of them is dog groomers. So here we go. It's a surprisingly tough and skilled profession that's often romanticized. The misconception is it's just brushing and trimming cute dogs.
Oh, yeah. That's so nice. That's great. I could do that.
The reality, anybody can do that.
Yeah, simple.
The reality, groomers deal with aggressive, anxious, or neglected pets. They risk bites, scratches, back injuries from lifting heavy dogs. They also spot issues like infections or tumors, and often have to educate owners who don't understand proper pet care.
Right.
The hidden skill, groomers need deep knowledge of breed-specific cuts, skin conditions, and animal behavior. They also manage client expectations, which can be wildly unrealistic. Can you make my matted poodle look like a show dog in 30 minutes? How accurate is that, Alyssa?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's probably accurate. I was talking to Steve Banman, whose wife she's a barber, right? Yeah. And he was sort of comparing our job. I'm like, yeah, it's that. And then add that scene from How to Train Your Dragon where he's like, can I touch it in the first place? So it's
kind of like when I work
somewhere in between all of those. And then
that's like when I'm working with babies and stuff.
You work with babies?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I've worked on babies and newborns and stuff. And it's sometimes it's easy, I'll move in nice and close, right?
Right.
Shh, it's okay.
I've done a lot of first cuts too. I mean, you got to settle them down a little bit and just be very, very calm. The problem is, apparently, I look kind of scary. So does that part. So I have to be very, very gentle.
Oh, you look like some sort of hitman or assassin or something.
I don't have a warm, cuddly look to me. So there's that. But both of you okay. Both of you look kinder than me. That makes sense?
Sure, we'll go with it.
Mhm.
I'm a lot more afraid of a baby than I am a German Shepherd, so that's a quirk I have.
That's fair. That's fair.
There's a better chance a German Shepherd won't bite you.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know,
You know what? I actually like babies. I'm excited for who have babies. I'm excited for the mom, but I don't want to hold it. It's germs, and I just think it's gonna shit.
yeah. So you trust
dogs-
babies less than dogs?
What's
You
that?
trust babies less than dogs to not crap all over you?
Oh, you know what? When I worked at the vet clinic, it's dog germs are like plant germs. There's not very much that's zoonotic. There's a little bit, but there's not that much. But human feces, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
that's the
that's
grossest.
Wait a minute.
Yes. I mean, dogs will eat their own poo.
Are dogs cleaner than people?
Yeah.
What?
To a person, a dog is cleaner than a person.
That
Yeah,
makes a lot of
because
sense.
viruses don't it's the whole coronavirus. Remember, because it came from bats, right? And that was considered weird and unusual to jump to from species to species.
Yeah,
So yeah, I guess you're really right there, right?
Yeah, didn't a bat bite a penguin or something? And
Yeah.
I think it was
Caused that headache?
somebody bit a bat that chewed on a bat that caused the problem.
could have been, but
No,
Is that what you think? You think the pangolin theory? Somebody ate a
No.
pangolin?
I haven't eaten penguin in ever. But I'm sure
I
it's
am
fantastic.
like 95% certain that this was an escaped virus. I'm just going to go there, right? And that probably makes me sound like a
Yeah.
conspiracy theorist with a lot of my friends, but I completely believe that was escaped from a Chinese lab.
We're gonna
that's
get
just-
flagged, shut down, and then someone's
So
gonna be knocking on our door.
done.
Sorry.
Knocking on the door, right? Knock, knock, knock. FBI, open up.
But it wasn't. It wasn't a penguin. It was a
which like,
pangolin.
like an
pangolin.
armadillo type thing
Am I
or
s-
something.
How the hell is how does a bat bite an armadillo?
Yeah.
Depending on what one.
Somebody ate it. Yeah.
ate it as meat in a
Yeah,
in a meat
in a
market.
soup or something. Yeah.
You know what?
But-
Don't ever look sideways at me if I'm eating bologna then.
Yeah.
Or click.
Well, okay, so you know what the wet markets are, right?
Hang on. Yeah. Oh. It looks
That's
like
what it
a
looks.
armadillo. I got you.
Yeah,
It looks like a
yeah.
mammal that's kind of a dinosaur. Huh.
So it's sort of a wet market. In the wet markets, the animals are kept alive and they're killed on site, right?
Is that
So
what a
you go
wet
buy-
market is?
Yeah, you go buy a chicken or something, and they're like, "Oh, you like this one? It's squawking, chop." There you go.
You know what?
Like
I'll take
rush
a-
hour. Like rush hour. You know,
I'll take a
when
rotisserie.
Chris Tucker wants to buy a chicken, he goes to chop off the neck. He's like, "No, I'll take it alive," right?
Okay, yeah, right. Well, the thing is, I'll take the rotisserie all day long. And here's the funny thing: I hunt, so I don't have a problem with shooting meat. However, at least I know where it came from. Like it wasn't sitting in some sweaty van for the last 5 weeks, and finally they brought it out and put it on the wet market, and here I am eating it.
Yep.
But hey, whatever.
It's fresh. It's fresh.
It's fresh, and you know what? I bet you those people are living healthier, happier lives than healthier than some of us.
Not after COVID.
Keep on saying that word, man. We're gonna get knocked out. Just kidding.
It's safe to say that word now.
It
safe.
is. You can't say that word. Only we can say that word.
Yeah.
So, going back to jobs that I don't understand, and that most people don't understand, like, gonna go back to Alyssa here because you do something that I would be willing to bet there are some basement dweller people doing your job. That to say, you know what, I can do this. They buy a table, they buy a hose, they buy some clippers, and they're banging these out. Now, what's the danger? Like, besides the quality being garbage, what can happen with the animals when somebody who is untrained decides, hey, I'm a dog groomer. I'll trim your schnauzer.
It happens. They're usually quite quick. Like they usually don't last for any amount of time. But I'm actually fighting for a degree of mentorship and standards, and I'm actually making some headway. But You know, like even a nail tech has a degree of regulation, and I'm sitting right there and can advocate for myself. But when you drop your dog off, you really don't always know what happens. And, you know, I'm going to say that most people who want to try it are animal lovers and have good intentions, but they're not always thinking about things like range of motion. Actually, Jayon, I'm really looking at a canine massage course, and it's not
Nice.
because of return on investment. It's because I understand that I have to handle that body as, you know, a certain way, and I just think the more that I can know about that, the more kind I
Yep.
can be. And I do know how to handle their bodies, and
Yep.
I am kind, but I want to know as much as I can.
That's valid.
So,
That's very valid. I mean, before I did massage therapy, like I actually
yeah.
took massage therapy at the beginning because I wanted to be a personal trainer, and I figured if you're going to learn anything about the human body, the best place would be massage therapy.
And like it's nice to have your friendship, because I am looking more and more at like the holistic side of things. And at first I just thought that was like, oh, that's like the hippy dippy crystal people, and like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm science. But actually I'm really leaning more that way, and it's just thinking about the whole dog. That's all that means, is like it's thinking about skin, derm, like
Yep.
it's thinking about the whole dog. That's what it means. So
Yep.
and anatomy is part of that. You know what? I escaped here to escape my kids, and I hear them, but they're bringing me headphones.
Perfect.
That's great.
So Zuber Bernice is on. Hey, hey Bernice, and she is saying now. First of all, where is? Did Alyssa freeze? Uh-oh. Did we lose her?
I think she just snuck out for a second.
Are you there?
I think it's just my headphone.
Maybe.
Okay.
Hey, Kate, on
think that's
your
better.
screen, it is. On your screen, can you see something that says chat? Did we lose her? Did she freeze? Am I frozen? Alyssa? Where are you? Who's frozen
I'm just
here?
screwing with you, so I'm pretty good still.
Alyssa, are you frozen?
I think she's frozen.
You're frozen, Alyssa.
Yeah.
But she'll
be
come
back eventually. She'll be back eventually.
She's frozen. Alyssa, you are frozen. I don't know if you can hear us or not, but you are frozen. She'll come back. It'll bounce back. So
Yep.
we'll go back to she's gonna talk about regulations. So let's talk about even back in my situation with barbering. In that, when I opened my shop, there was a young guy that decided he wanted to be a barber, and which is great. And we sort of brought him in and said, you know what? We're going to show you how to do this, because there was no barbering course. It hasn't been one since the 80s.
Oh,
Alyssa
yeah,
still
that's
knows.
right. Yeah, it was gone.
Right. So we brought him in and we started training him, because there was no real regulation, no rules, and because the trade was wiped, it'd be like trying to teach someone how to.
Hey,
Oh, there you are.
this.
Okay, you were frozen for a bit there, Alyssa.
The headphones made it worse.
Oh, okay, never mind. Do you have chat? If you go onto your screen, do you see a button that says chat?
I can see a chat and private
So
chat.
you can see the chat that's happening?
Yeah, somebody says that she's frozen.
Yep.
Somebody says they have a cheap husband that keeps the
There we
dust
go.
from being
That's
groomed.
Bernice. Okay. So
Yeah.
this is where you answer the question. Like, is it a good idea to sort of, it's probably a good idea to maintain your dog between groomings, but I don't even know how you start with that.
It's both things. If you can do it without arguing, then go ahead. If you're arguing, just stop and let me, because you're just going to make it harder, because there's going to be handling fees. Like there's lots of dogs that I have table trained, and then all of a sudden they're head shy, and then I go talk to the owners and they're saying that they're, you know, trying to get the stuff out of their eyes. And I'm like, I'd rather you pop in and have me do it for no charge than to mess with them, you know? So even I'm not a play with your feet person. It's like, don't play with their feet. Like if you're if you're gonna argue and sorry, I'm not an alpha person, but if you're gonna argue and not win,
What do you mean
don't
play with their
like,
feet?
just I'll make everything positive and you won't have a problem. Well, sometimes for nail trims and stuff, like dogs will be foot shy, and there's this, people will say like, make sure you're playing with their feet, and it's like, well, make sure you're playing with their feet positively, but if you're gripping and then the dog's pulling away and the dog learns to pull away, you're making my job harder.
So our dog is pampered. He holds his hand out because he wants you to massage his paws.
Yeah, I see. I'm sure that's a different
It's
thing
because he's a bit of a baby.
I'm positive.
He's a little pampered.
Well, it's because you guys know how to touch bodies positively.
Yep. So my parents had a dog, had a great Pyrenees, and this is when I started doing massage therapy. He'd come over and he'd brush against people, and people like, you know, scruff him a little bit or pat him or whatever, and he'd go to the next person, scruff him, pat him, and he came over to me, and like I said, I was just starting to do massage therapy at that point in time. So I started working on him. I'm like, oh, here's a tight muscle. So I started massaging him, and I just felt him kind of just go slump down and then lean his whole body weight on me, and just like 100-pound dog leaning on me. I was like, whoa, bud, hold on here. And so every time I went over to visit him, he'd bypass everyone, come over to me, lean right into me, massage me right in that spot. And that's kind of what he did.
Well, I think going to what?
That's funny. A lot of, I was just going to say, a lot of groomers give treats, and I just at the end give like a really good like nail scritch, and it's almost, as long as you end it positive in some way, you don't have to really always give treats. But anyways.
Well, and I think that when you have, with handling the animals properly, it would be a lot like if someone were to give their child a haircut at home and like pin them down to do it. Suddenly that kid's going to hate the whole idea of a clipper or anything like that. And you're not doing anybody any favors if you wrestle your kid into a cut at home. So when they go to a barber or a hairdresser, they're going to hate the whole idea, and they are not going to sit still. And I can see it being a lot like a dog. If you screw up your dog and then bring them to you, well, you should almost have to, you should be able to charge more for a traumatized dog that this was by the hand of the owner.
Yeah, by the number of bites you get.
I'll charge handling fees.
Really?
The Manitoba Association says $20 a puncture.
Really?
I've never charged it.
Yeah,
I've never charged it. But... Yeah.
Should all charge that.
No.
Yeah, right? Well, I mean, that's fair because you potentially might have to deal with getting medication or something for infections or whatever, right?
Oh, it can put you out. Like you can have a career ender.
Yeah.
But you should be, I don't know, you should be able to read a dog before you have a career ender. But every once in a while.
Career ender, but thank goodness for that $20, eh?
Yeah.
Well, $20 a punch, you might get 100.
Yeah.
This might get me to the hospital in a cab.
Call an Uber. I only got $20, so that's all I can get.
Get me as close as you can get me.
My spouse deals with like. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, Kyle deals with dogs that people are afraid of. Like he goes in and deals with reactive dogs, and he gets bit a lot less than. I don't want to say that groomers get bit because I think you're mishandling if you get bit, but in an agriculture town, sometimes you'll have a dog that comes in once a year and you want to help it and it's not socialized to the process. That's when you get. So Kyle doesn't have to touch the dogs if he doesn't have, like he works with the people way more than the dogs actually.
What does Kyle do?
He works at Grasslands as well, but he works on the large dog daycare side. He manages that. And then in the evenings, he goes to people's houses and he does one-on-one training at the center with families.
Oh, wow.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I think it comes down to if your dog is one. Would you agree with me that there are people that have dogs and train their dogs and spend time with their dogs, and then there are people that just have dogs?
Yeah, they like them around.
And by that,
Yeah. You're
oh, okay. But there are people that have dogs and love having a dog, and they train their dog and they play with the dog and they do all that stuff. And then there are people that just own dogs, and those things are the dumbest animals you'll ever meet.
You mean the owners or the animal
Yeah,
itself? Yeah.
yeah, I mean both. But it was a lot of these purse dogs, right? Like these little chappy, yappy little chihuahuas that aren't trained at all. They go to work all day. They come back. They treat it like a cat, and they wonder why the dog barks at its own shadow.
Yeah. Poor insecure little dog.
You should follow Vinny the Chihuahua on Instagram because he got treated like a dog his whole life, and he's so awesome. He does therapy dog work, and he's the most confident little Chihuahua I've ever seen.
So why do Chihuahuas have that reputation for being those types of dogs then?
Reaching over their head all the time, which is very rude. They're resource guarding their parents, and then they're having people constantly do this really rude thing to them, and that's like most actions. But stick it on a leash and make it walk, and it'll be a dog, you know?
I never thought about how you reached for a dog, how that would affect a dog.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, it's rude.
Do dogs... I know dogs remember stuff, but do dogs hold grudges?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. My border collie hates my dad. It ruins my life. We share a fence line.
And it makes sense because, I mean, they remember stuff. They're not dumb. I mean, I do believe that any animal that has the brain the size of a thumbnail can't be terribly intelligent. Like, there's got to be some that just...
Oh, what about
Some
a bird?
birds, like
You're right.
crows, they're bloody intelligent. They'll carry grudges too, actually. I saw that somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a crow will.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Would
I
it-
want to mess with a crow.
Would a snail hold a grudge, eh?
It'd take a while for him to seek revenge. I'll tell
Yeah,
you that.
exactly. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT something.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna ask it, what is the smallest animal that can carry a grudge? And see what it has to say. It says a Humboldt squid or a cuttlefish. But crows and ravens, for sure. Octopuses, or octopi, I guess I should say. Honorable mentions are wasps. Yes, they carry a grudge. They can recognize individual human faces from a 2020 study. They may return to sting the same target if provoked. They don't plan revenge like crows. Crows plan revenge?
What?
What the hell? Crows, yeah, medium size. Okay, not exactly as tiny, but the smallest in the grudge league. Grudge holding ability proven by science. Studies show crows remember human faces for years. They'll mob attack people who wronged them and even teach other crows to do the same.
How the hell does a crow know? How do you wrong a crow? Like, I wouldn't even know what proper etiquette there would be around a crow.
Yeah, should you just treat with me? And it says they'll also gift people they like. They'll bring gifts.
How do you make friends with a crow?
Just
Shiny
bow down
objects.
to it and don't make eye contact too much. No, it says a weird twist. They hold grudges and form alliances. You can have Survivor Crow Edition here.
Wow, that would be fun. It'd be like a Squid Game.
Yeah, speaking of squids and octopuses here.
I had a blue jay nemesis.
What's that?
Sorry?
I had a blue jay nemesis, and my cat messed with it, and I went and got my cat, and then it remembered me, and every time I went out to my vehicle, like, you could hear them talk and they would dive bomb me. So I guess that's what I get for having a temporarily roaming cat on my property.
Well,
No judgment.
I have a real problem with anybody that lets their cat out of their house. I'm like, if it gets hit by a car, it's your fault. Like, it's a
Well, it
cat.
is,
Let
yeah.
it, keep it inside. That's why they have litter boxes. And
True. I've asked Gwen. I've been like, Gwen, you got to stay inside. She doesn't care. She goes through.
This is your cat.
screens. We made a catio. She got out of it.
No. Your
Yeah,
cat.
she's an asshole.
Your
She
cat
should
is
be in a barn. She
right, but your
doesn't
cat
want
is
to be in a
escaping.
house.
I'm talking about people that let their cat out and go to work.
Or the ones that take them for a little walk on a leash.
I have a
It just looks weird. It just looks weird.
I have a buddy that had 2 Bengals. Is that what they are? They're big cats. And
Oh yeah.
these things were like the size of a medium-sized dog.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, like they're big cats, and he loves these things, and they're super low maintenance, and he lives in an apartment, and they're great. And the dude's like a bodybuilder and an actor. Yep,
Does he walk them?
he walks them, and he loves these things, and the guy's built like Reacher, and I've done some movie stuff with him. He's just the super nice guy and has the weirdest pets.
You know what? If you're going to be really a massive dude, you should do something weird just to see if somebody's going to say something.
I have a tracker
weasel.
on that cat because she'll go if she can.
Oh really?
And she walks 4 kilometers a day.
As long as it's
like that's how much they want to walk. Is
as
4
long as it
kilometers.
doesn't abruptly stop.
Well, do they go somewhere? Abruptly.
Yeah, she goes to McDonald's. She
Okay.
goes to McDonald's. It beeps. It beeps at me when she gets to McDonald's if she gets out there. My phone will alert me. And then I show up and she's like, I've got pictures of it. But her it's always like a flower. Like if she gets out.
Doing like your territory.
Like she goes somewhere and then comes back and then goes somewhere.
So you said
but
it's only bad if they stop.
Real abruptly.
I think it's bigger if they speed up abruptly.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah, they'll fly for a bit.
Like what the hell?
Like how the hell did that thing cross the street so fast?
Did you see that? That's just gone. What the hell?
Jesus. Bebble's saying that they have a Jack Russell and actually gets out and plays Catch Me If You Can. Okay, I had a Jack Russell and actually my mother has the Jack Russell now.
Oh yeah.
Because our son,
I remember your Jack.
Yeah, Harley, he's a great dog, but dude's getting old. He's 16. He's going blind. His hips are bad. It's tick, tick, tick. But those things are solid muscle, and they just go. You're not going to catch them. Like they're well trained. They're easy to train, but if they decide they're going for a bolt, like a squirrel, you're not getting it.
Yeah, they're smart as border collies, but they just are a little bit more obstinate. What I would say.
Go ahead.
Is when you do get it back, you got to say good dog. You can't give it shit.
I gave him shit all the
time. No matter
what,
because when you get it back, you can't give them shit because they live in the moment. So they're not thinking that they just jacked you around.
Right.
Unintended.
I had a border collie. Actually, the dog I had before Harley was a border collie, and she was awesome. Like you could train it. You could train her like the boundaries of a yard. She would stay in that yard. Phenomenal dog, rescue dog, beat up dog when I got her. And she hid underneath my kitchen table for weeks when I got her. She wouldn't come near me. I could put my hand out. She wouldn't come near me. She would, she'd sneak out to go to the bathroom and sneak back in. And it took a while, but amazing dogs. Easy to take care of.
That's what I have. I love him.
Well, okay. If you could only have one top 3 dogs in your opinion to own,
there's not
one
to own, but it's you know what? Before I worked with dogs, if I saw this is true. If I saw someone walking a dog, I would drive around the block just so I could see that dog, a Shih Tzu, whatever. I always would drive around the block so I just wanted to see it again twice. Now that I've worked with dogs for 18 years, I only do that if it's a border collie.
Really?
That's it. If I see a skulk, I'm like, oh, I gotta see that again. I'm 40. I realize I won't be able to have too many more, but that's all I really want. I'd like a little haircut dog just to do grooming competitions with. Like I'd like a little poodle. And I've been using Stacey Gabrielle Russell's Griffin for hand stripping, and she let me take it to a competition and stuff like that. And it's a pretty neat dog. It's pretty funny. Kyle's all German Shepherd. That's all he wants.
So out of all the dogs, which breed would be the biggest asshole?
Ooh.
I I think it's different for it's everybody's experience. Like it's whatever your experience is, and then if you worry about it, then you make it worse. Like what you anticipate, you perpetuate, is a saying in dog training. So
see, when I think asshole dogs,
for me,
sorry, go.
For me, it's a German Shepherd. I don't like them. That's
okay. Well, that's not good.
Isn't that what they use? Isn't that what they use for like police dogs?
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't say. Oh, they're hardcore working dogs, and people get them as pets, and young men like to get them, put their tactical collars on, and they don't know what they're doing, and they bring them in, and it's not my favorite. But Kyle loves them, so it works out.
Really? Hey, so yes, Pebbles. My Jack Russell, he's not mine anymore. My mom has Harley. He's 16, and he's getting blind. But
so I asked ChatGPT. Sorry, I want to finish this with one thing. I asked ChatGPT which dogs are the biggest assholes.
Okay.
And this is what it said: dogs aren't typically jerks. They're famously loyal, eager to please, and emotionally bonded to humans. But that doesn't mean they're innocent all the time, right? So some are, it doesn't really tell you any assholes. They're just like the selective obedience, the destroyers of nice things, stealth poopers. So it's more their personalities and the bad habits and things they do. But it didn't say any specific breed whatsoever.
Did you say stealth poopers?
I think it's statistically Dachshunds.
Really?
Could you Google that? Statistically, I think our Dachshunds may be the most. They don't do much damage, but I think they're kind of the most likely to be aggressive.
If I were to think asshole dog, I would think.
Tell me if I'm right.
If I were to say asshole dog that I would think of, and you tell me, Alyssa, have these dogs disappeared? Because I don't see them anywhere. I would think that Dobermans are the biggest pricks in the dog world. Yet I don't see them. And I haven't seen a Doberman live ever.
Oh, I don't. Well, I think Emilio has one.
Really? Okay.
And it's really nice. Emilio's Doberman's nice. But again, it's all experience, because the Dobermans I do tracking and protection and bite work. So like you don't touch them. So
ChatGPT says dogs can be little assholes sometimes, lovable, chewable, chaotic, toddler-like ones, but they're not intentionally maliceful. They, for example, they don't kill for fun like dolphins. Okay. That's interesting. They don't deceive like cats. They don't hold grudges like elephants or crows. Yeah. When they're jerks, they're usually boredom, anxiety, confusion, but not malice. But I said, well, but Dachshunds? Short answer, yes, in the most entertaining, willful, chaos-bringing way possible.
Really?
I don't know what ChatGPT is smoking, but I mean, it's having some fun tonight, I think.
There are dogs, and there are dogs that were once very popular. Like Zoom is talking about Irish setters. I don't think I've ever seen one. Or Dalmatians.
I saw a lot more breeds in Ontario, like in Thunder Bay, which is weird because Thunder Bay is so isolated. But there was like Dalmatians were normal, Shelties were normal. Now it's like doodles. I'm actually about to quit grooming. Like I'm not going to take any more clients. I'm just going to work on Fridays, but I must continue to groom the odd purebred dog that I have, so that there's skill in my shop, because what my girls are going to see is doodles. So I have to keep my purebreds and keep talking. Like when I do a purebred and I have other groomers that, are gaining experience or whatever, or just not experienced with that breed, I just talk while I'm grooming. I'm like, here's why I'm doing this. And, my girls are interested enough to.
So you're teaching more, you're going to move more towards educating people, like teaching people how to do this and being more hands-off in the shop?
Yeah, I take apprentices and then I put them through the Canadian Professional Pet Stylist, like standardized testing, which is volunteer, but it's worked really good for my shop. I can't believe, I'm like, well, I'm doing this and like I've figured out training, but I am always shocked that I keep waiting for the other salons around to do it, because it's available to anybody and it's really not that expensive. But I think people want to do something different than the other guy. And so they do whatever, an online course or whatever, and they're not really able to train and sustain the way I have been able to, which I think is crazy because like even like corporations struggle. And it's like, how the hell did I figure that out? And it's not just me. Obviously, there's this testing body that figured it out in the first place. But I don't know. I just find that odd.
Probably because you're a lot like Jay, and I think that you became a student of what you do, so you never stop learning, which means that you can find holes in the system and figure out how to fix them, which is
Or
fair.
we're autistic, one of the two.
That-
It's true that I never want to stop learning about it, and it's probably true that I'm neurodivergent in some way or another.
Everybody's got an ism. Everybody put your ism on the table. Yay, isms. No, I think that when you have it. Go ahead.
Sorry. I think entrepreneurs in general, we're special interest kids, right? It's just how it is.
Oh, because we're partially unemployable. We're not always very likable, and we're always right in our own mind, right?
Yeah. Imagine having a boss.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I hate my boss right now, right?
You are your boss.
I know. I hate him still.
You should be talking about Ange like that.
Enough. Yeah, she's listening. She's around here. So.
Your wife listens to this? I don't
No.
think Kelsey's ever listened to anything I've done online. Ever.
Sometimes she'll sneak in there and try to distract me, and I'm going like, go away, go away, go away.
I will deal with you later.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think that. Oh God, I had a point I was going to make about. I knew a guy. I used to work for. I was at one time. Wall, the Clipper company, they put together this team of national educators, the first Canadian team for educators and design.
The A team.
And I was on that team, the first Canadian national team for educators with Wall. And we had this guy from Montreal, and he did hair tattoos on dogs and cows.
Oh,
Okay.
And he did amazing work. And I don't know how the hell he did what he did, but when I tell you his stuff was phenomenal, that guy had to have skills like you, because to be able to keep a dog to chill while you're literally going clipper to skin, that's a skill set that I don't have.
Do
you just got to go zen.
you do this?
They go high, you go low.
Like,
That's-
do either one of you do that sort of thing? Like hair tattoos?
I have, but I'm not. I would refer to someone else. You know, when you had your Blade
Yep.
Works and we were neighbors, you had someone who could do really good hair tattoos, and we were gonna try it together, but we never did.
Here's the problem with hair tattoos.
Like she was gonna come over to the dog.
Yeah, well, here's the problem with hair tattoos. Every parent wants their kid to have a hair tattoo. Nobody wants to pay for the time.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? You want me to do what? Like, sure, I'll put a lightning bolt on the side of his head, but you want me to do like a picture that they found somewhere. And like a team logo and shit like that. I was like, no, because you know what? This is going to take me about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And your kid's hair is blonde. It ain't going to show up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to charge you for 3 haircuts.
Yeah.
Well, why? I'm like, take your car to a mechanic for an oil change and get him to quickly change the brakes and tell me that he's going to charge you for the oil change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, piss off.
This is straight up salon talk. I say that like twice a week, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, what do you think? Do you think that it's part of it? This isn't part of it. It's like charge. And they say, well, could you do it for less? I could do it for more. You want me to do that? I can rack this up like crazy.
Yeah. You know, I had a guy come in once looking at my rates, and he goes, I don't want to pay that much. What do you do for cheaper? You know, so I was like 190 for the initial. I was like, let's do 170. He goes, I'm like, no, I'll do 210. He goes, no, that's not how negotiation works. You're going the wrong way. I'm like, I think if we're going the right way, it's going to go to 230 in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I like how everybody wants a deal. And I believe, here's the thing. I believe that certain times there are ways that you can maybe negotiate a bit of a price. Obviously, I'm in real estate, so that happens.
Yeah.
However, let's just say I'm the listing agent and I'm representing the seller.
Yeah.
My job is to represent the seller. And I had somebody, and it happens all the time. What's the lowest you think they'd go? I'm like, the price that's on the listing is the lowest that I know that they'll go.
Yeah.
Write something up and we'll talk. Well, I'm not going to write something up if I'm not going to get a deal. I'm like, well, we don't know what you're going to get for a deal unless you put something on paper and put a deposit down. So I know that you're serious. Like, that's just the way it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But No, I don't think anybody should cheapen their rates
Yeah.
for anything. I don't think that. I believe that, Alyssa, you probably, from what I understand from word around town, you are hands down the best in the city. Jayon, everybody loves you.
Well, I'm the only in the city.
Right. People put up with me, but you could be charging more for what you're doing, and you move your rates as you feel it's time to.
Yep.
And I think that when people say, well, that's too much, then go somewhere else.
I'm
'Cause
happy
guess what?
for you to go somewhere else. Yeah.
I'm going to fill the slot with somebody else who's willing to pay that rate.
So real estate agents, you guys work on a percentage. Do you very often get people going, what do you do a cheaper or lower percentage?
Yep. I do. They'll ask. And it's everything is, there's a variable to how you figure out how that's going to go. It's not flat. It's not the same. There's a minimum. Like there's a minute. Like you're not going to go below a certain point because right.
Still put your time in. You still got to be paid.
Right. So yeah, people do ask. I give them an option of this, or this, and I start at the normal and then go too higher.
Yeah. Yeah.
And well, why would you do it for? Why can't you do it for less? I'm like, well,
why wouldn't I do it for more?
do it for more. I mean, we can talk about this later, but this is how the standard sits. And if I'm going to be a discount, you get what you pay for. How about that?
Yeah.
If I'm going to be a discount something, then go to a discount something. Please do. But I will work my butt off to make sure that I do everything properly and that no one's getting sued here.
Yeah. When we bought our house like 9-10 years ago, I guess, I had people go, well, like, how much did the real estate agent charge you? And I was like, that's standard rate. Well, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you tell them take a couple percentages off? I just was like, why would I? He's doing his job. It sold it really quickly. Oh yeah, but for the amount of money they can get, he can give you a few percentages off and do it for half price. I'm like, why would he do that?
I think people think that you end up with more in your pocket than you actually do per deal. I really think that they don't math it out the way that we have to math it out at the end of the deals.
Yeah.
It'd be like saying, hey, I'm going to call a what would be a good example of something that you would call in that just you don't worry about the price. What's something that you buy that you don't talk about the price? Your dentist.
Yeah.
I don't know what they charge.
I don't know what it charges.
Pay it, whatever it is. My tooth hurts. Just pay it.
Yeah.
You're going to negotiate with your dentist?
Right. Hotels. Well, no, it's hotels you can negotiate a little bit too, I guess. So.
Okay. However, if it's somebody,
do you think that's because of benefits though? Like, do you think you don't negotiate with your dentist because of benefits? I'm thinking a lot about benefits, and I'll tell you why. Okay. But that's my first question.
I don't think so. I just think there's certain fields you just don't negotiate, really.
Right. So I don't think that you should negotiate with anybody who charges a rate for what they do, because you're not paying for the time they're with you. You're paying for the time it took for them to be able to do what they do the best way possible for you.
Yeah. So, like, I've had people go, like, you charge too much, maybe you should charge less. Some people can't afford it. You should be keeping your prices more fair. And I'm like, well, no, I kind of actually prefer charging a premium. And then they usually will say, well, what about all the poor people or the people who are hurt who can't afford your treatment? And I'm like, why would I give them 10% off? I would rather charge a premium price for the people who can't afford it, charge what my worth is. And the people who generally come in and are like, I really can't afford treatment. Well, I'm not going to give you 10% off. I'm just not going to bill you.
Right.
I'm just not,
right.
Go, I will look after you completely, no charge. And I've had people do that. And the funny thing is, I found the people that I did do that, they would do 1, maybe 2 treatments. And after that, nope, I'm paying. I refuse to take anything more. Thanks for giving me hands up, but I will not.
Because you help
exactly.
people.
And they're like, look, I don't expect you to be doing this stuff for free. I expect to pay full price. And I did have one gentleman that I was doing that for. And then, I gave him a few treatments because he needed it. And he was appreciative of it. And then finally he came in and I said, yep, don't worry about it. He's like, no, I'm paying. I'm like, okay, well, I'll charge you half price. Like, no, I'm paying the full price. Okay.
Because you did what you did because it's the right thing to do.
Right.
And when you decide you're going to discount your services, listen, what I'm worth is what I'm worth.
Yeah.
So if you're hurt, I will help you. And I would be willing to bet that you've done that maybe how many handfuls of times.
Yeah.
Because it's the right thing to do. Do you know how much business you probably got from that you don't know?
It's just you can't. It's not tangible, right?
And that's not why you did it.
Yeah.
But you did it, and that person's loyal to you because you helped them when they needed help.
Yeah.
Which
Interestingly, though, the funny thing is, I find the people who ask for it are the ones who don't really need it, and the ones who refuse it are the ones who could really use it the most.
I even found that working Saturdays. That I worked a bunch of Saturdays, and then I was I'm sorry to say this, but I got annoyed at who was using it. I'm like, you're not thinking about me and my family, but like a lot of it, I know that I shouldn't call this out, but I'm going to call it out, was teachers. We open at 7:30. I'll keep your dog till lunch. I'll keep your dog till 4. That's no problem. I don't need to be losing my Saturday about it.
You're doing them a favor at that point, right? And they got to remember you're doing them a favor.
Yeah, and I don't mind.
Right, like
I would way rather keep a dog than be rushed.
Right, like myself, I do. So. I'll be honest. My profession is real estate. My passion is still barbering. Like I still love this, right? And I charge very little for what I do, but I get paid to hang out. So I'm cool with whatever. I mean, I haven't changed my rate in 12 years and I'm fine with it. But I enjoy this and I'm here because I'm hanging out with my buddies. Yeah. That's why I do it. I think if you love it and you're not doing it for the money, you're making $1 doing it. It's different than when it's your profession. Like if I was at a shop, I'd be charging probably $32 a cut. And like anything under 30, you're doing someone a favor in this industry now. Right. So, and like yourself, I don't know what you charge, Alyssa. I have no idea what you charge. It's probably different per breed, whatever it might be. However, because I know that I can't do it, whatever it is, it's worth it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Right.
So
I charge 85 for a small
perfect.
Dog.
Okay. Great. That's good. Is that good? I don't know.
Well, we're top end in the city, but I'm also one of 30 master stylists in Canada. I'm
so probably under.
No, that's not true. We're undercharging, and I always try to charge what a massage therapist would charge because to me, I can look at their hour, and it's a registered professional. And actually, I just went to you, and it was like $100. I'm like, oh, I better think about
better
that.
Bump it up a little bit. Get those rookie numbers up, eh?
So
we're gonna. Yeah.
Here's a question I've got for both of you. Okay. How long ago was it that you were? How long have you been out of the Rosser Mall? Because it's been a while, eh?
Oh God, it was 2005. No, 2015.
Okay.
2015. It's been 10 years. Yeah, that's been a while.
That's weird.
I can't. We opened in 2021, the second location, and then we moved over completely September of 2023, I think.
Okay.
So
time flies. Like I've been out there it's been 14 years right now.
It was a good spot. It did its job. It
was really good.
Oh my God, we all had businesses in the same strip mall. Why did this just snap?
Yeah.
Jesus. Hey neighbors.
I forgot Jan was there.
It's like a reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's kind of weird.
It was Blood and Iron where you were.
Yes.
When I was there.
Yes. I was done.
And now it's a massage place.
And now it's back to a massage place, which is weird. I was in there a while ago and I was like, this is weird.
Right.
Things are right in the universe again here. Like it's a massage place.
But you know what? We were all young and we were all starting our businesses and we were all kind of like, I know that Alyssa and I were there definitely at the same time. Might have been just after you left.
Yeah, it was just after me. Like when did you get there, Alyssa?
2010. Oh, you?
2010?
2014 I got there.
2014. Okay, because I left in like 2011, I guess it would have been.
Yeah. But I mean,
2011 Blood and Iron was new because I remember they donated. I hosted a cat show and they donated, and I can place that cat show at 2011. Can't place exactly when I moved over to my other location, but I can place that cat show.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
You know, when I talk to people about, and people have talked to me about it, they probably talked to both of you about starting a business and how hard it is, or there are a lot of people think it's easy. Once you have a shop, it's so easy, man. You're the boss.
Money is rolling in, you know, like.
Do you know how much like Mr. Noodle I ate back in the day? Quite a bit.
Yeah. I remember once I was walking to work, right? And later on I ran to a guy that I knew. He goes, Hey, I saw you the other day. I'm like, oh yeah? Like where? It's like, oh, you were walking down like 6th Street. I was like, oh yeah, you know, I walk to work every day. And he looks at me and goes, oh, business isn't good? And I was like, I'm like 8 minutes away from my clinic. I just walk over there. Well, why would you do that? I'm like, because why would I spend 50 to 60 bucks on a parking spot?
Right.
I just walk. It's kind of nice.
People are judgmental dicks. Oh, hey.
Well, people don't know. They have no idea.
You're right. I got somebody on TikTok chat, because my TikTok is separate from all this stuff. It seemed like you guys all grew together in a way with your business. You had your babies together. Did we all have kids around the same time?
So my daughters are 13 and 10, and my son's 27.
Okay, so my son's 11 and our daughter's 10.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, Edith is 10 and Rose is.
Oh my God, we all had babies at the same time.
I know what you guys were doing.
Who knows that? We didn't even
Harley,
know that.
whoever Harley is on TikTok.
Who said that?
All I see is Harley on TikTok, whatever her handle is.
Oh,
That's hilarious.
But
that's funny.
You know what? That happens, and you grow together, and lots of these life things happen at the same time. And again, you start a business, you're sweating, you're broke, you're poor, you're in debt, and you're hating it. But man alive, to not have a boss.
Yep.
That is worth every
true.
sacrifice that you make as an entrepreneur to say, you know what, this is mine, and I built this, but now it's ours, because your staff or the people that work with you, they make your business.
Yep. Of course, you know,
Quentin, you get shift. Like part of why I am as big as I have grown. I'm just a mid-sized place, but how booked are you? And like in groomer world, you want to be like 6 to 8 weeks, and I'm like, you want to be booked. I'm like, just opened up, and I'm like, out, and you're like, oh, you're understaffed, and I was like, what? And you were like, yeah, if you can't, you're understaffed. And I'm like, what? Like, it was just I was like, kind of like bragging, and then the way you said that, and it changed.
Bitch slap
like
here.
An immediate, like, oh, you don't have to be 3 weeks booked out. You can be flexible and available for people. And I think that I've done that well. And you know, a lot of places they are still booking out. They think they're awesome. I don't think you're that awesome for that. I think you're understaffed.
My field is the same way. They take pride on how far out they're booked. And it must be my first year of massage therapy, maybe second year. I remember I was at an event, and there was a bunch of massage therapists sitting around. They're all talking, and the conversation comes up. How booked out are you? Okay. So the first person is like, you know, I'm booked 4 weeks in advance. Next person is like, I'm booked 2 months in advance. Next person is like, I'm booked 3 months in advance. You know, and people are like, oh, wow, that's great. Good for you. They look at me, and I'm just looking at them like, holy crap, are you kidding me? I don't know how you guys do this. And they're like, well, what do you mean? You know, we're just busy, right? We got a lot of clients. I'm like, God, you know, I've got maybe 30 openings a week, and I could probably get somebody in like next week easily. And all went silent. They all looked at me, and they said, you do 30 clients a week? And I said, yeah, that's kind of the standard is. And they went, I only do like 8 clients a week. Like, oh, well, that's why you're booked 2-3 months in advance, because you're only working part-time.
I gotta ask you, Alyssa, because now I'm starting to think that I sound like a dick when I said that to you. I wasn't trying to be.
No, it wasn't. It was like an immediate shift, not the business owner, and it was the furthest. I actually think about that moment as like a light bulb, like, okay, moment. Like I started hiring, and then that's what led to the standardized testing, which there's more behind how I knew to do the standardized testing. But I started hiring thinking that I shouldn't train people, so they have their actual, like, the most legit certificate that they could possibly have, and then they just kept like building on their levels. So no, I bet I don't know, who knows, but it's easy to think I might still be grinding away on nothing and drying and doing it myself at the front desk, you know, if you didn't call me understaffed. And now sometimes in the comments, because you can get into to us by design, you can get into my shop by design. And sometimes in the comments, people will be like, oh, but this other place, they're way booked out. So that's how you can tell. And I'm like, they're understaffed. Like, that's just the first. No, it wasn't.
Holy shit, I said something.
Why would you want to be booked so far in advance? You're just pissing people off. You're not making any more money. Your rates are too low. You're understaffed. Okay. And you can't get people in when they need you the most, right?
And the reason I would have said something like that was because when I opened the shop, I was booked. I mean, I had a big clientele that moved with me, and I was very fortunate in that I had these relationships. But when a new shop opens up, people want to come in, and if you can't get in with that shop, you're not coming back if you've called 5 times and you can't do it. There's something about the exclusivity of having a person that's booked, and people that say no. But how good does it feel to be able to say no because you want to, not because you have to? Right. So no, I'm glad that was a positive. I really,
it's great. Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be cynical, but I was just saying, you know what, if you're leaving it on
that's
the table,
not cynical, that's edgy. That's what people need a lot of times. Kind of just that little subtle, like, take a look at this perspective as opposed to letting it fly, you know?
Well, and I think that we want to serve everybody.
The other right. Well, that's okay. Thing to say is, oh, busy.
Yeah.
How are you? Busy. Oh, I stopped saying busy. I'm like, oh, I have such.
We were talking about that just the other day,
like,
right?
That's actually.
Yeah. We were just talking about that, and you know, like, I think the concept, but this is me, okay, and you can think about this differently if you want. The concept of work-life balance is complete bullshit. Okay, that's my perspective on this. Okay, because if you consider life kind of like a teeter-totter, you know, a seesaw, okay. It ain't fun when it's balanced. Okay. It's only fun when it's got its ups and downs, right?
You're right.
That's just how it is, right? So I like to think of it, instead of being busy, think of it as purpose. You know, do you have your work-life purpose, right?
Well, I think you also have people that believe that as long as you're busy, that's impressive. Are you productive?
Yes, exactly. Right.
Right.
That's really the big thing.
Yeah. Are you so jammed up that you hate what you've loved?
You can do a lot. You can do a lot quickly too. Like, all you have to do is shift your hours. You can still get the same amount of work done often. And like, I hear you, Jayon, and I hear Alex Hermosi and whoever else saying like, oh, I don't hire people that say work-life balance. I'm a mom. I want work-life balance. And I worked my ass off in my 20s, home to pick up my kids from school at 3, and everything's going on like totally fine there. But
don't get me wrong. I'm not thinking that I'm not dismissing the fact that you need to prioritize different things in life. So I'm not really big into the whole hustle culture. Okay. Like, I really think that's a mistake, because I've seen people, you know, go open up some sort of new coaching business or whatever it is, and they're going to go all in. And all that happens is they're really busy watching Netflix because they've lost all purpose of their life. Now, if the purpose is to create a lifestyle design where you can spend a lot more time with your family and still have recurring residual based income that's going to come in continuously, that's entirely different.
Yeah, I also think you can hustle hard for a period of time to make it so that you can create a different schedule for yourself.
I agree. It's like farming. Sometimes you got to make hay, right? And it should be almost seasonal in my perspective. You know, there's going to be times when you got to take it easy, you got to rest, summertime or whatever it is, right? And there's other times you got to work hard. But like, our culture seems to be like, either you got to hustle hard or you got to focus on work-life balance and spend more time at home doing nothing. So it's all or nothing for most people.
See, and I believe that work-life balance to me looks slightly different than, maybe it's just me, but being control of your schedule
Mm-hmm.
to the point where if I need to drop the kids off, pick the kids up, be able to slide all these things into my day, that to me feels like balance. I'm not saying that I work half the time. I'm just saying that if I need to go and do something, I can get that done. Like that could change while hustling.
You nailed it.
So my phone doesn't turn off. However, because I slide an hour in here and an hour in there, and I'm present here and present there, I don't need half my day to be sitting there with my thumb up my ass. I need to be productive all the time, yet still being able to pay attention to my family, my wife, and everything. So I think that we've earned the right as business owners to say, you know what? No, at 3:00, I'm done. And I'll bang out a couple in the evening. I'll do that sometimes. Or I do showings and all this stuff on evenings, weekends, during the day. So my schedule, and I've said this to Jay before, if you were to look at my schedule during the day, have you ever watched a detective movie where they have like pictures on the wall and they have like string and thumbtacks and they're like bouncing it around? That's my day. That's my day. And I love it. I have no problems with that. I don't feel like I'm burning out. I just feel like I figured out how to navigate chaos in an effective way.
I agree with that completely. I think a lot of people, when they consider the concept of work-life balance,
flexible string is the answer for me as well.
Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, completely. I think like when people consider the concepts of like work-life balance, they focus on three things, making more money, having more energy, and having more time. And that falls apart because the concepts themselves, they're like, it's called a triadic opposition. Like they don't work well together. They're like magnetically opposed to each other. So you have to shift kind of the concepts around a little bit. And when you start doing it, then it can work really well. But a lot of us are really not looking at things like that. We're just trying to get more and more and more and more, as opposed to what's going to work well for the lifestyle we want to create.
And there's also people that chase the guaranteed pension.
Oh,
how about that?
They were talking about the golden cage, right? The handcuffs.
They're not
the golden, right?
They're not wrong.
They're not wrong.
They're not wrong. However,
they're also
how many people? Right. No, but how many people have you met that have been in careers that they've been there for 25, 30 years? They've hated it for the last 7. Yet another 8 years, man, and I get a full pension. Like, what?
My sister just told my brother-in-law that 15 years goes by in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how you spend your time is how you spend your life, and he's gonna hate that 15 years. But that's cool.
Well, here's a thought.
he will have a pension.
That's good. Here's a thought, because Quentin, you're 50, right? You just turned 50 or 49? 50.
I turned 49.
50 next year.
Do I look 50?
We all look 50. Well, I mean, you don't look 50, but him, I do, anyways. So, Alyssa looks younger for sure.
I better not.
But better not be.
Better not.
So, like, I'm 47. So, if you think about it, like, Freedom 55 is 8 years away. You're 6 years away, and you think it's like, that's still got some time. But COVID was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
that seemed like a blink.
Right. Oh, that's a little frightening.
Here's the thing. Let's just say someone that's 49 decided they're going to get into a job. You thought I was 45? Bless your heart. Right? But here's the thing. Let's just say a person in their turns 50 and they decide they're going to go and change to a career that actually has a pension. Well, you're not doing it for the pension because you're not. That's not even going to happen.
It's like the TV show, The Rookie.
You're doing it because you want to do it,
right?
You keep on bringing that show up.
I'm stuck in that movie.
You don't do it because of. Dude, some people will take a job just because of that golden handcuff pension at the end. However, what if you just decided at 50 you're going to be a nurse? Do it. Go. Don't worry about the pension. Do it because you want to help people and do the job. And I think that being self-employed and doing what I've been doing for the last number of years, if somebody was in that position, or say you're in a job you hate, my God, go do what you've dreamt of doing and get at it. You got one shot at it. Go and take it. But if the only reason you're going to do it is because of a pension, and you're not going to do it because you're not going to get a full pension, that's an insane idea.
So if you guys had a choice, what would your dream job be? If you could switch into a different career now, what would the dream job be?
I wanted to be a marine biologist when I was younger and work with dolphins, but I'm allergic to fish.
This is all swollen up.
I wanted to be a dolphin trainer so bad.
Just give me some reaction. I'll be fine. I'll get through the day. EpiPen.
It was honest as shit. It was my dream, but I'd be hopped up on allergy medication all the time. So it would be very
like
effective.
this.
Just well, I'd be looking like Jay on my
right?
dream job rock star. Who doesn't want to be
hookers
a rock
and
star?
blow, right? So hard to say no to
That's
that,
the thing.
right? So
Okay, what would your dream job be? Both of you. Don't say dog groomer and don't say whatever the hell it is Jay does.
You know, and like that's the interesting thing, because kind of my whole concept from when I was young was just entrepreneurship, just business of some sort. So, and it doesn't matter what type of business it was in. You know, I didn't really think about it too much. You know, without the blow. Yeah,
Right.
you're responsible. You're growing up. That's really
That's
good.
responsible.
Yes, that's responsible.
That a boy.
So I mean, really, it was like it was entrepreneurship, one form or another. So if I were to find the kind of the dream career or whatever, it would still be in business in some form or another.
Okay, but
Yeah, you
Answer the
didn't like that
question.
answer.
What would be your
you didn't
job?
like that answer, right? So
no, that's not an answer.
Yeah.
That's a non-answer. It's like you're like a politician. Well, you know, I'd be
Yeah.
doing what I'm doing, but I'd be doing it a
oh,
different
just
way.
doing it better.
Okay,
right?
ridiculous
So,
thing. I would do it better. I would. Okay, if money wasn't the object and it was like, I would just love to. I would have loved to have had an arcade.
oh, who wouldn't? Right?
Right. So answer the
Yeah,
question in the way that we're asking the question.
So
Ken.
what I
would you
always
do?
wanted, and this is something I'd still consider about. So like every November, I don't know if you've heard about November, they have National Write a Novel Month, right? The NaNoWriMo. So you
Okay.
have 30 days to actually write a novel, not to get published or edited or any of that stuff. So I'd always wanted to be a writer and do that sort of thing. So I still have that on the bucket list to take November and write just that competition, right?
Why don't you do it?
I will. Yeah, I absolutely will.
When?
So within the next year or two.
In November?
Within this year or next year, I will.
You realize that the three of us have a book we could all read, right? We could all write.
Everyone does.
All three of us have a book we could
Yeah.
write.
I have one. I wrote one.
So why don't we?
I don't want to write a book, but Kai is in the process of writing a book. I was shocked. Like, I was surprised he wanted a like quick reference guide that was his own dog training, and he's like, I think I can almost try to look at self-publishing this. So that's cool. It's pretty good.
You definitely want to make sure you get a copyright on it. Okay, I got a copyright on mine when I wrote mine.
Yeah.
So you got to get that done. Definitely.
I think everybody's got a story, and I think that if you could write it, someone's going to read it. Like I wrote a screenplay, and it's a horror movie, and it's gory as shit. And one day that'll be a movie.
Everyone's got a story, whether it's going to be a novel or like a TV series or something like that, right? So,
what is this? The one thing I'm trying to figure out is because of my business picking up right now, we'll probably slow down in the winter. Well, okay, so Evan's got a job, but he started a really good business. Evan, I'm going to plug your business right now because what's the best kind of service to provide? Both of you. You're both in. You're definitely in it, Alyssa. What's a service to provide that you can guarantee make money?
Stuff that people don't want to do.
Yes.
The dirty jobs.
Evan, dirty jobs. I remember I had a business plan. I was going to call it Dr. Poop. And I was going to clean yards, like dog shit out of yards.
Yeah, that's a good business.
Get to sanitize. Yeah, nobody wants to clean up dog shit. But Evan, actually, he does garage doors. And even contractors don't want to do the garage doors. They have somebody else do the garage doors.
Yeah.
But he does the openers, the this, that, and everything else. He does the job that the contractors would rather have someone else to do.
Yeah.
And it's that one thing in my house that I don't understand how the damn thing works. I'll call Evan, and he actually did a service call for a client where we couldn't program the truck to the thing or get the switch to work. He was in and out like that. And Evan, how long have you had your business now? A year? But he has a job where he can have a pension. He's like, what do I do? You got to run the highs and the
Yeah.
lows. You're going to have slow times. You're going to have busy times. And if you can ride that wave and budget accordingly, you can just do what you want to do.
You know, there's another guy that we know that's pretty cool. That Brock, who runs Reach Eaves, you know, to serve out of nowhere, is cleaning eaves troughs. It's like, what? That's really smart. Nobody does that. And just boom, all he is, he's there, and he's
and you realize. And you know what? When it's raining and it's just dumping off of one side. You got to get in there and do it. Yeah, do the work that nobody wants to do.
Like the tools of his trade too. Like he's invested. Like he has that water with no streaks and those reaching poles. I can't remember what everything's called, but he's.
Yep.
I didn't like. There's a lot of investments to be, investing to do in eaves troughs. Who knew that? I didn't.
No, it's crazy.
I think it's like I remember listening to Kirk Hammett. Does anybody know who Kirk Hammett is?
No.
He's a guitar player for Metallica.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He said, whatever it is that you're going to do, it has to become a lifestyle. It has to be what you're doing. If you want to be a guitar player, well, guess what? You need to be a guitar player. If you want to be a garage door specialist, guess what? You need to be a garage door specialist. I have a bit of a mixed bag because of the fact that real estate is busy, but it's not like always going. I get to pepper it in with the guys that I like to hang out with in my shop because I just love doing this. But you got to sort of go right to the berries with it and say, this is my business. This is what I'm doing. Yeah, look that up, Evan. It'll tell. Like Kirk Hammett made a good point. He goes, be the guy. Be the guy. And you'll be the guy.
Now, with that in mind, how many people, when you started up your businesses, laughed at you and told you it was a terrible idea? Don't do it. You're going to fail. You're going to lose. You know, you're an idiot. Whatever the thing is.
Everybody.
Yeah. Especially because it's pets. So people think it's idealistic.
You and your cute little business, right?
Something in Boise. Yeah.
Like a hobby.
I looked at opening up something in Boisevane, and my uncle was like, it's just such an egg town. They'll probably just euthanize their dogs. I'm like, rather than that.
That sounds like it's
There's another option, guys.
Every week, right? Bring the puppy. Bow.
I believe you're using the word you're pretty loosey goosey with the word euthanize on the country. A box of 22 shells is like $8, and that's 50 dogs.
That is cheaper than the groomer, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you just be like, you want a puppy? How many you got? I'll take the load, right? Well, why? They only last a week anyways.
Yeah, we go through these like crazy during tick season. No, I think that whatever it is that you're going to do, go to town with it. Like, I don't care what it is. I don't care if you're whatever you do, just be the guy and grind it out. Like when you started the dog grooming business, it seems like a boutique style thing. However, it's an entire industry.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And how many people are washing their dogs with dish soap?
Oh, please come see me. I also sell shampoo. I'm also a shampoo rep.
That's interesting.
Dish soap's nasty.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
But they use it on the birds and the oil slicks, right? It's like, sure, I guess if your dog is wrapped up in tar,
the birds.
It might not make it either.
Yeah. If the bird has an eye ulcer, you're not going to hear about it. But
right.
So.
No, I think that there's a lot of things that we don't understand. Like just from talking for the last hour and a half we've been going, your job as a groomer seems far more complicated than I would have ever thought. Jay, I still don't know what the hell he does. And my life's pretty much dope.
I told you, I make it up as I go along.
We all do. But there are jobs.
I go and experience Jay's job, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening, but like what you're saying is accurate, and I feel better. So, but yeah,
that's all that matters. Yeah.
People call you a witch doctor.
Hey, that's perfect. That's good. I finally got to be a doctor.
People say that about stuff that they don't understand. That's the problem. They don't get it. They don't understand what it is that you're doing. And I think that if they don't get it, then don't do it. Like don't Don't do what
That's
I'm
fine.
doing if you don't want me to do it.
Yeah.
And when you
Yeah.
said, who thought you were crazy when you did this? When I opened my shop, everybody thought I was insane. They're like, why would you do that? You have a good gig. You've been at the mall for like 10 years. Why would you leave it? It's
Yeah.
solid. I'm like, it is solid.
Oh yeah.
But it was time. And I didn't have any ill will towards anybody that I worked with. We were all good. But I just wanted to be.
Except
I had a
that one
vision.
guy. Except
Oh,
that
that
one
asshole.
guy.
That prick.
That one fucker.
But here's the thing. In my mind, this is what, if I had a shop, this is what it would look like. So that's what I did. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it worked.
I
And you
agree with
expanded
that.
it. And it got bigger, right?
Yeah. But I mean, I think that we all, whenever you look at the simplicity of something that somebody does, it goes back to my dad used to tell me this story. And it was kind of a parable. It said, the lady calls TV repairman when those existed. And he came in, he went to the back of the TV, he turned a couple screws and gave her a bill for $100. She goes, well, you just turned 2 screws. He goes, yeah, I knew which ones to turn.
Yeah.
Right.
And I believe that Jayon knows which screws to turn. Alyssa knows which screws to turn. I know which screws to turn. And it took years to figure out which screws to turn.
That's called mastery, right? So
I think I'm oversimplifying everybody's jobs here. But yeah.
not by much sometimes.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes maybe a little bit.
You're paying for
Okay,
experience,
so
not... Go ahead.
I remember when
What
I was in food
Didn't
service.
answer your dream job, Quentin.
Me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I can say I would have loved to have an arcade. I did want to have a...
Oh yeah.
If I
did
could
say
have,
that.
if I could have changed, if I could have done something, this is hard, man. Jay, what do you think? If I could have done something differently, what do you think I would have done?
Oh, that's easy. But we've had lots of discussions about that, right?
Right.
So I think personally, what you would have done would be 100% like private military, special forces sort of
Private
thing,
military.
Private military. That guy, the guy who's hiding behind the door with the silenced gun, that sort of thing. No, I don't know. I just thought it sounded really good, like James Bond or something,
Right.
right? Jason Bourne.
I do think you're right. I would have gotten in. I definitely could have gotten into bodyguard type stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe a mall cop, security. That'd be great.
I wonder. There's still opportunity there. It could still happen. You never know.
Yeah.
Can you imagine me on a Segway?
Paul Blart's, right? So
I think that if I had my dream job, it would have been, for some reason, it probably comes from being connected to people with what I do as far as being a barber. Whatever that would have been something where I was affecting someone's life in a positive way. And that sounds cliche as shit, but my chair has been a counseling chair for years. I think that there's something else I could have done more than being the guy behind the chair, and still had a positive effect on people.
didn't you do insurance for a while, or you almost
No,
did, right?
I got my license. I did all the exams for it, but I didn't feel that it was me. It was very intangible. My family's all in it, but I never. I believe that it's a very noble profession. My father did that for years. I mean, you're looking after families after somebody passes, but I think that if I looked at people that I respect in modern society and what I would love to do, I would love to be that guy that, I don't want to use the word hunt down, but I would love to be one of those people that find people that hurt kids and get them caught. Yeah. That's what I would love to do.
You'd be a Batman.
Yeah. Yeah. I read too much. I became a student of that dark side of the world. And whenever I see children being hurt, it it pulls at me, and I wish that I would have been one of those guys. Like there's guys that were special ops that now go and hunt these guys down and bust them and save the kids.
Yeah.
Man alive. So yeah, that kind of thing. That's exactly what I would have done.
Great.
So
Tough gig.
But I'll tell you what, you're saving people. Yeah. And I think that that's it's a noble thing to do. But that ship has sailed, my friend. I'm almost 50. Come on.
Well, hold on here. Like, how old was Liam Neeson in Taken?
Liam Neeson, that's an actor. Dude, I've been in movies.
It's Liam Neeson, though. Liam Neeson is the real deal.
Oh, my God. Did we went to the movie today, and I haven't been to the theater since I went and got that poster. And this dude at the back counter goes, "Are you the guy that's in Nobody 2?" I'm like, "Yeah." I go, for a bit. He goes, "Do you have like a big part?" I go, "Not really. I got a couple small parts, and I'm in it." And then I go to the counter to get my tickets, and the girl that got me the poster. I'm like, "Hey, thank you so much for getting me the poster. Like, I love it. I'm very excited about it. I can't wait to come on opening night." And it's not that big a deal. I'm in 2 scenes, but I'm excited because I get to see myself on a big screen instead of just on a TV screen.
Yeah.
So I would never be a professional actor. I mean, Jesus Christ, look at this. This is not.
Did you sign the poster?
My own poster that's hanging in my barbershop? No.
Yes, you should sign it.
Wait, oh my God.
Wait, you should. When is it coming out? When's it coming out?
August 15th. Come out to the theater.
You should go there and just be handing out autographs.
Just have a fucking Sharpie like an asshole.
Autographs. Yeah, exactly.
Anybody want? Like, who's this asshole? I'm like, you see, I'm there and I'm there.
There you are. Yeah.
There I am.
You should put your signature on every Nobody poster in the cinema, right?
How cheesy would it be if
That'd be great.
If people are ripping their tickets and I'm like, I got a Sharpie, like, who's this prick? I'm like, you're gonna want this later.
Yeah, trust me.
Sign it.
I'm going places. Yeah, I'm serious. You should video tape yourself, even with like a dry erase, showing like the Nobody
signing it outside.
Be like, oh, this is wrong here. And signing it, and that's better now.
Dry erase, like be at the theater signing it like I'm somebody when I'm really not even anybody.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. That would absolutely. People would be like, I don't get it. What's the big deal? But like somebody and nobody's could be like, this is kind of funny. Actually,
are you gonna come? Come on August 15th, man. Come. Like,
oh yeah,
I'd people to go and see.
Do I get an autograph?
Can you imagine?
I'm getting a picture with you.
Oh, Christ,
I'm gonna Polaroid it, and you can sign it right there.
You'll be like one of one person that wants a picture of me.
You can put one of one.
One of one.
I'll put it on eBay the next day and see what happens.
But a dry erase marker?
The dry erase marker.
A dry erase marker at the theater signing the because we're at theater today and the poster for that movie is in the hallway now.
Oh, you got to go up and then just put your name on it or something, and then like wipe it off after, right? But just get the video of doing it, right?
And anybody who's actually a big part of the movie, like, who's this prick? You thought that was eating all the Skittles in a snack bar.
Yeah, but you know what? If you did in enough weight, that sort of thing would be funny and popular. They would probably share as good humor, right?
Probably would.
You know.
Go ahead, Alyssa.
Do I remember you on a game show?
Oh God!
I just tried to Google it and I couldn't find it, but I
was in a game.
I'm just having this memory of you on a game
I was on a game show. So because okay, so here's my ridiculous hobby. I blast out ridiculous little videos on TikTok, which makes no sense because I'm 49, but I do a bunch of Gen X stuff, and a casting director got a hold of me from CTV and asked me if I would be, they said, you'd be great to be the Generation X person for Battle of the Generations. I'm like, okay. So I did this game show, which was cool. It was on CTV. You could probably find it somewhere if you're really bored. And did I win? No. Did I get to stroke off game show off my life list? Yes. So win or lose, I got a free trip to Toronto and I got to be on a game show.
That's pretty cool. So was this actually one of the bucket list things, or did it be like, I'm going to add this because it was just so freaking good, right?
No, I always want to be on a game show. Honest to shit, my whole life, I wanted to be on a Wheel of Fortune.
Right. Really? Okay.
Or that's Jeopardy.
Awesome. Battle of the Generations, it's called, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, God, are you trying to find it?
I'm going to find it. I'm going to see it.
Oh, could we do this? So I might be able to share.
Yeah, you should be able to.
I was on a TV show too, Alyssa. It was called The Spencer Sisters. It was on CTV. And I bet you, oh God, if anybody's actually watching, I think I might be able to do this. I might be able to actually pull it up and show you me trying to hunt down Leah Thompson.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, like that's not even an old show.
No.
I've never heard of it. You're hunting down Leah Thompson?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. How often do you get to hang out with Marty McFly's mom?
Well, to be fair, I have now worked with 2/3 of Back to the Future. Because
Really?
Yeah. Because whatchamacallit? Oh my God. Doc Brown. Christopher Lloyd was in Nobody. So I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I get Michael J. Fox. That'd be a tough one to get, though.
Well, good for a. I wonder if the preview. He'd be good for making martinis.
Yeah. Milkshakes. Yeah.
Right.
He was on Curb Your Enthusiasm. I don't know if you ever saw that one.
I did.
He gave the one guy a drink and he opens it and sprays everywhere. He's like, "Did you shake this up?" He's like, "No, Parkinson's."
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, if I can find it, I'd have to really dig to find it. But
when I lived in Medicine Hat,
yeah,
you'll never find this. But when I lived in Medicine Hat, I was in a Medicine Hat transit commercial. And when I walked in places, like I didn't know anybody there, but I would walk into the gas station and they would be like, "Hey, are you the transit girl?" So people just called me the
really?
transit girl.
Oh, that's
whenever
great.
Hey,
was
you know what?
there.
I'll take
Yep. I popped up.
I'll take 15 minutes of fame all day long. Is Quentin gonna do a Survivor? I would do Survivor. I would do Survivor 100% because I think I could do it.
You should try.
I should. Where is it?
Do you know what you actually have a shot at? Is Big Brother Canada.
I wonder.
Is that a thing still?
Because I've done some stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, my wife would kill me if I was on Big Brother.
I mean, it's because
Probably,
it's Canadian.
yeah.
A long time.
How long you gone for?
Is it?
I've
is
never-
it 12?
never watched
I'm going
it.
to find out. You've never watched
The one
Big
I
Brother?
like. The
I've
one I
never seen
like.
any of those shows actually.
I really like.
What?
I can't find it because it's all behind a paywall on
Yeah.
YouTube. What I did like was the show called Alone, where they drop you off in the middle of nowhere,
Oh,
and there's so many contestants, and nobody knows if the other one's tapped out yet. And the last one to
Oh.
tap out, you're at different parts of an
Yeah,
island,
yeah. Okay.
and the
yeah.
last one to tap out wins $1 million.
Wins $1 million. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There was one that I saw years ago when I was in Winnipeg. I was in the hospital because I actually got bitten by a spider of all things. So I was in the waiting room watching this show. It was a reality show, kind of like The Bachelor. Okay. And what it was called The Littlest Groom. So the Bachelor was a little person. Or what's the correct term now?
I don't think I'm allowed to say it.
Okay, so that was the thing. It was all little people, or I don't know what the correct term is. I'm gonna have to figure that out. So it was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. And then the twist came out for women to choose who he wants to date with. It was then they brought out like full size supermodels as well. And the big thing was, who's he going to end up with? It was like, that's a terrible show.
Well, so it was like a little person trying to date
Little people. And then all of a sudden they brought in full size people, and it was like, who's he going to choose, a little person or like full size supermodel? It was like, oh, this is drama, isn't it?
Well, I think with the modern take on whatever beauty standards are, you probably go for the average size person. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with somebody who's not, but I mean, Oh, Evan said the word. Starts with an M. So there are some jobs, and before we wrap this up, there are some jobs that we don't get. We don't understand. Do you realize there's like a few people in the country that change the light bulbs at the top of cellular towers?
I've seen that. Yeah, like it's a crazy good paying job too.
It's like $100,000 to change the bulb.
Yeah. But could you imagine like coming down and you'd be like just like stressed out?
Can you imagine if you drop the bulb?
So there's got to be a light bulb at the top of the Dubai
We're
Tower.
frozen. Really? Are we?
Like, no,
you're
I'm
back
still
now.
going.
We're still flowing.
Yeah, you're good.
Weird.
You were for a minute. I couldn't hear you. Then you were talking about light
Oh,
bulbs.
okay.
Oh, okay. So there's got like look at the Dubai Tower. There's a light bulb there too. Someone's got paid to do that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
who
insane.
are these people?
You can do one a year and you're good to go. But I mean, you're going to be like, here's the thing. You put me on heights like that, you can pull a needle out of my ass with a tractor. Like, it ain't happening.
I'm not climbing up that high.
No. But
Like,
hey,
have you ever climbed up anything like that before?
no, because first of all, whoever does that, you'd have to have a special harness to be able to hold the balls that you have to do that kind of job.
Yeah.
No offense to the ladies.
Ovaries, right?
Whatever. But I'm going to go through a list of misconceptions in jobs. Okay. Sanitation workers. What do you think they do? Both of you.
Sanitation workers. Like,
Where
depends
are they working?
Right?
I feel like you could work in
Say
varying
garbage man.
places.
Or person. They, them. I don't know. Whatever you're supposed to say.
Oh,
So
garbage.
sorting garbage, I guess.
Okay. So misconception is that they just drive garbage trucks. Reality, they deal with hazardous waste, navigate tight schedules, and face serious injuries, risks from improperly disposed items like broken glass, chemicals, needles, etc.
Okay. Yeah.
Flight attendants. What do you think they do?
Oh God, you would think they're just being smiling and giving stuff out, but like they're trained first aid, emergency, and crisis intervention and things like that too.
Alyssa, what do you think that a flight attendant does?
I think Jayan's probably correct. I can come and be like, "You're gonna be okay," and be nice. So I think they know a lot more than
Also
giving you
dealing
your
with-
package of.
Right. So
dealing
reality
with
is
assaults and stuff too, right? So
they're the ones that are trained in emergency evacuation, CPR, de-escalation of unruly passengers, and even firefighting on board.
oh really? Okay.
Mhm.
This ain't the 60s, is it?
That's right. You're not just
Huh.
yeah. Librarians. What do they do?
Oh, you know what? I was just talking to a client about that. Okay.
Okay.
They are some of the most educated people in the school system, right?
Yep.
Like it's a master's degree minimum to be a librarian.
Yeah. So they manage digital archives, help with research, run community programs, and often serve as tech support for patrons. So they have a lot more going on than just the Dewey Decimal System.
Exactly. I mean, the Dewey Decimal System is a lot too, but
I believe
You
there's a
wanna hear some
college
really
program
weird-
for librarians.
yeah, it's
My-
university based.
My old roommate is a librarian, and she had to go to school for it.
Yeah. Not a lot of those jobs around.
Yeah, you have to go to
anymore.
school for it. That's crazy.
You want to hear some really weird things? Weird jobs?
Yeah.
Snake milker.
What?
Yeah, snake milker. They extract venom from snakes to create antivenom.
Okay.
Iceberg
Oh.
mover.
Okay. Yeah.
They
makes sense.
relocate icebergs to protect ships and oil rigs. That's a job.
Yeah. That makes sense. You got little tugs, the icebreakers and stuff.
Professional mourner.
I've heard of that one. Yeah.
So they attend funerals to grieve on behalf of families.
Yeah.
One of the coolest things I've heard, I think it was a comedian that said it. He would like to have like a D-list celebrity and just pay them to be at your funeral. Like Emilio Estevez just shows up. He doesn't have to say a word. He's just there, and then he
Just
leaves.
there. Doesn't talk to anybody. Stands in the corner.
Yeah,
Right.
and everybody just like, what the hell is Emilio Estevez doing at that guy's
Or
at
better
Quentin's
yet,
funeral?
stands in the corner and when it's all done, just picks up the phone and says, "It's done," and then walk away.
Right?
Like
Oh, what do we got? Dog food tester.
someone's got to eat it. I guess
They
know if it
evaluate
tastes right.
taste. They evaluate
Yeah.
taste and nutritional value of pet food. Face feeler. They judge skin texture after applying cosmetic products. So somebody works for what's a makeup company, Alyssa? Anybody?
Estee Lauder.
Oh, it's
CoverGirl?
wrong girl. Mac?
Sure, but someone feels faces
Yeah.
to make sure your
See if
skin
it
feels.
works. Yeah.
Yeah. Like these are jobs that I mean we could all do part time.
Hey, there's professional protesters out there.
Jayon, I just found a job that I
Oh.
think you could.
Uh-oh.
There's
Uh-oh.
a fortune cookie writer.
Yeah.
They craft cryptic messages on cookies.
You know, it was our hypothesis that was like the grade 12 senior graduation like exam in China. You know, they have to write X number of fortune cookies, and that's how they graduate from grade 12. That was our theory.
Get the hell out of here. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe. Matadors, that's an actual job.
Wow, they got some
Combat
balls
goal.
on that one.
Yep. Storm chasers.
Is there
that
wages
happen.
beside any of these?
No, I mean we could chat. We could AI that pretty quick. But I mean, you'd
How
have
about
to pay me.
like smell tester, right? Or like cologne or deodorants and stuff to see if it works, right?
Yep. Well, yeah. The thing is, everybody, it's all subjective. Like what cologne I like
Yeah.
is not what Kelsey likes.
Right.
So am I wearing it for me or am I wearing it for her?
Right.
However, she likes 2 perfumes. 2. She liked one for the first 10 years we were together, and now she likes another one. That's it. And is perfume not the most ridiculous, goddamn scam on the planet? I mean, you're talking like $300 for a bottle.
I don't even want to tell you what mine costs.
Oh, do you have a cologne you like?
I've got a specific brand and that's the only one that I use.
What is it?
It is Creed Taboo.
I wear dog perfume.
You wear what?
You froze. Damn it.
Say
I
that
wear
again.
Dogma dog perfume that smells
Oh.
like a hiking trail. That's what I wear. I wear
Okay.
their fragrance.
That's
I have
fair. That's
I have
fair.
something that I used to buy as an essential oil from the body shop called Activist. And they made it
Okay.
into a cologne for the last 20 years. And they just stopped making it. So I bought every bottle I could find.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very earthy, but it's not too much.
So the
Remember
one I use smells like leather, tobacco, and citrus.
Nice. Remember when Polo was the stuff that drove the girls crazy?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
smells like pure gasoline. It's like
Yep.
Sex Panther.
I don't get it. Or what was the Davidoff? Cool
Water.
Cool water.
I bought that. I Fahrenheit was my other favorite back in the day.
Fahrenheit. I used Hugo Boss. That's the one
Yeah.
that I used when I was young.
But someone has to study that and say this
Yeah.
smells good or not. Resurrectionists, get this as a job.
The girls' popular one was Malibu Musk.
Really?
English leather. There's another one, right?
Oh
guys
hell,
remember
English leather.
Malibu Musk.
I remember Malibu Musk.
I don't remember that one at all.
I remember English leather. It went well with chewing tobacco and Budweiser,
Stetsons.
and it burned when you put it on your face.
Oh
It
yeah.
burned.
Yeah.
Like
That's how you knew you were a man.
Yeah, if it doesn't sting a bit, it didn't happen.
It's like the underarm brute. You just know
Brute
it's going to
33.
be me.
Oh,
We lost her.
Oh, she accidentally kicked off. She'll come back on. Resurrectionists dig up corpses for medical schools.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
These called grave robbers back in the day.
they used to. Now, there she is. Oh, hey, girl, hey.
I left
That's
again.
okay. So we're looking at other things here that are just misconceptions, like dog groomers. We had that.
Mediums.
Firefighters.
How about a medium?
How about-
Psychics.
How about cuddle therapists? Have you cuddle therapy?
Isn't that called prostitution?
No, cuddle therapy is a thing. Brute, JT with Brute coming
Yeah.
from South Korea. You know Jason's heel.
That a boy.
Yeah, Brute was it burned the eyes
Yeah.
when you put it on. It stung a little bit.
Is that what was it that Kevin McAllister used in Home Alone that he screamed at?
It would have been Brute for
Probably,
sure. Or
yeah.
Old Spice. Remember
Old
that? shit?
Spice. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, horrible.
Yeah.
But no, we had things that we thought was fantastic. That was actually like pure chemical.
Yeah.
It's somebody's job somewhere. Like no matter how pungent or how terrible that cologne or perfume was, said, you know what, we need to bottle this for $300 a bottle. And people
I
are gonna buy it.
smell good.
I
right?
smell good. Everything that Axe makes. How about that?
Here's my concern about colognes, perfumes, things like that. How much was Calvin Klein Escape in high school?
I don't know. I remember CK1 being a thing.
Okay, CK1, maybe like what, $50 for a bottle?
Yeah.
How much is it now? Probably about $50 a bottle.
Yeah. Yeah, you could light a fire with it.
So how is anything staying the same price in that world when it should be like 4 times the cost right now?
I'm pretty sure that
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure Calvin Klein's making money with their underwear still.
Yeah, probably. So
And the only people buying CK1 are in their 50s. They're just keeping it there.
Yeah.
We have gallons of this shit. Let's just bottle it and someone's gonna buy it.
I wonder if it smells entirely different because they have to be using cheaper products, so more chemical and more synthetic garbage, right?
I don't know. Go buy yourself a bottle and see how you start.
Do I look like I'm a 20-year-old?
What's an insane job that we think we get, but we don't? I think all 3 of us have those. But
Circus.
Circus. I don't know if I could be a
Trapeze.
Well, those would be like gymnasts, I would assume.
Yeah. Cirque du Soleil. There you go. Like, that's a dangerous job.
Funny thing, skin bracer. Holy shit, that'll tighten up the pores. Skin bracer. It was green or blue. It came in 2 colors.
That's a cologne?
It's an aftershave, and that stuff would sear your pores out.
Yeah.
But
steam coming up from your face.
It wasn't good. Cirque du Soleil. I worked with a guy who actually toured with Cirque du Soleil.
Okay.
Pete.
Okay.
You know Pete from town, Mitchell?
I don't think so.
The one black guy in high school? Pete? He was in gymnastics?
No.
Anyway, yeah, he was the one guy. And I played football with him, but he ended up after high school in Cirque du Soleil, and then he was doing like stunts for movies and stuff. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. When I was in Toronto, I went for a massage with a guy who was a trapeze actor. He was a massage therapist. I went for a treatment because I figured he's pretty eclectic and crazy. It'd be a good fit.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? But I mean, again, someone there chose their passion and decided they're going to go for it. So I wouldn't understand how to be a trapeze artist.
Oh, okay. Here's one. Some of the Olympic sports, like a ski jumper. Who thinks, hey, I can do that?
There's only one way to learn that shit.
Right? And by the time you've tried it, you're like, well, there's no going back now.
Well, here's the problem. And this is where armchair quarterbacks and armchair athletes, we've all watched the Winter Olympics. We've all seen them ski jump. And you're sitting there with a bag with Dorito crumbs all over your chest, a half drank Slurpee next to you. Yeah, like
that.
Hi, he didn't even tuck his arms back. Like, okay, buddy. Okay, Doug, get up there and do it yourself.
Exactly.
Or watching figure skating, like, oh, he totally missed that landing. Like, dude, please tell me you can do that.
Yeah.
But everybody judges. Everybody thinks they can do everything.
There's some guys that I can't remember the one guy. He's a power lifter, and he makes fun of the comments on people's on people's TikToks, right? Because there'll be a picture of a girl doing a crazy power lift, and a bunch of guys or girls be chewing her out and saying crap, and he'll poke fun at them and just call them basically cunts, right? So it's hilarious listening to this guy go on.
Well, I mean, everybody's an expert because they know nothing. Canadian Ape mentioned high karate on TikTok.
High karate?
High karate. And I remember my grandfather having a bottle of that shit in the bathroom when I was a kid. It was not good. It had a black and white label.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, you could fill your Zippo with it.
It's from the 60s to 80s.
Had some punch to it.
Yeah. It was called, the tagline was, be careful how you use it.
You got to be careful where you put that. There's some spots that it's just going to burn you for a long time. You're not going to be able to ride a bike for a while. Just saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
But no,
I always think about scissor sharpening as a weird job.
There was a guy, and it's a very specialized kind of trade. When you're sharpening a knife, like I can sharpen knives.
Yeah.
But scissors are different. Like shears, you talk about like for what you do and for what I do. So in a shear.
Well, yeah.
In a shear,
that's a whole other job, right? Like, you go to there's a bad leg.
But that's fine. But a shear is actually, if you look at a blade on a knife, it's straight, right? And then it comes to a point. But a shear is actually concave. there's a slight concave in that blade, and you can't just sharpen that normally, like on a stone, because the reason there's a concave in there is because if it was two blades just shearing next to each other, one, they would dull quickly and it would bind up with hair. So that concave is in there to spit the hair out.
Yeah.
So it's a very specialized thing. And there was a guy that used to come into town with a bowler trailer, and he had a sharpening system in there. And I forget what his name was, but he would sharpen clipper blades and
Hand of
gourd. That was a hand of gourd. You're right.
Hand of gourd.
Hand of gourd.
That's
and
interesting.
he would, well, hand of God, hand of gourd. But he would come in and he'd be sweating his ass off in this little bowler trailer in the parking lot, and he would take everybody's scissors and everybody's clipper blades, and he would sharpen them like a clipper blade. It's almost like a record player that they put this thing on. There's a stone that's went around in a circle, and he would put both blades, and they would lay them down, and it would just be enough to sharpen them. But yeah, that's actually a really, really good industry, because less and less suppliers are carrying blades anymore. So sharpening it makes sense. Yep.
Why are they not carrying blades?
Our local ones don't carry much, and you're ordering them off Amazon or anywhere else, and sometimes they just don't fit right. And I'd rather buy them and physically look at that blade before I buy it.
That's fair.
So, was his name Alan? No, Gord.
You should check out.
What?
Sorry?
I should check out what?
You should check out, because it's the same stuff. Like, it's all the same wall stuff, but a lot of it's cheaper.
Who knows? But there's a lot. Again, there's specialty everything, right? Like, I think that when you look at whether it's what you do or with what you're using, like if I told people that I spend $400 per clipper, they think it's insane. But guess what? It pays for itself pretty quick. And you have to have proper tools, because if you don't, then you're going to do shitty work.
Yep.
And it does make sense. That's why your mechanics have Snap-on. That's why everybody has certain things that they use, because it's just better.
Right.
And is it expensive? Absolutely. And that's why you charge what you charge, because you have to spend the money. Oh, totally your chair getting dragged.
You know, in food service, we use a lot of high-end knives too,
Wi-Fi.
and we had to sharpen them because they were like the knives also had the curved edge, so they had to be sharpened in a very certain way. Otherwise, you start getting a little butt end, and then you couldn't slice through things very well. Right. And you learn very quickly that, I can't sharpen my knife the way that I think I can. I've got to work around a whole edge, and it was a real pain in the butt.
Right. So there are people that do that for their career, their job, their service. And this is where we all think, I could do that.
Yeah.
No, you can't. And I am a blade guy for years. I can't do what Gord does.
Right.
Or did. So I think that the takeaway from, I've heard that. Do you have his number? You want to text that to me one day?
Yeah, I can get it for you.
I think do it. But I think the takeaway from tonight is the fact that there are a lot of people that have jobs, careers, trades, businesses that we have no grasp on what it takes to get to where they got. Anybody can do it. Sure, you try it. And I think that I love the fact that you two are both extremely skilled with your hands, which is much different than being book smart, as they say, because book smart is fine. But when it comes to dealing with things with your hands, dealing with personalities, whether it's people or animals, there's a very small number of people that can do what you do effectively.
Thank goodness.
Right?
I think Jayon's book smart.
Is that because he's Chinese?
Maybe. I'm good at hiding it. I'm good at using ChatGPT very quickly.
I also I've been like, I wake up every night at 4:00, and then Jayon's been like, that's your lower vertebrae, and you know what? Probably your wrist. It's so bizarre what you come up with.
They're a little bit circus tricks sometimes. So
I wake up at 4 a.m, but that's when I go to the gym.
So here's a really good example. I had a guy come in once.
Well, yeah, I'm not trying to.
And this guy goes, I go, so how can I help you? And he goes, I'm not telling you a goddamn thing. I'm like, okay, what do you mean? He's like, I heard you were good. I want to see how good you are and see if you can figure it on your own. So I was like, oh, okay. Got some low back pain, eh? He goes, yeah. How did you know that?
Who the hell doesn't?
Who doesn't, right? And then I said, like, it looks like you got a little bit of problem in your right hip too. And he's like, holy crap, you are good. How did you know that? I was like, well, 50-50 chance, really, right?
Right or left.
Like,
but he would have said, you know what? It's actually my left, but you're right.
I'd be like, oh, it is. Yeah, you're right, but you're compensating a little bit. Right?
Snake oil salesman. Listen to this guy.
But I mean, it's like a lot of the stuff is legit too. But then you just once in a while you get somebody in who wants to just show you up a little bit, and it's like, okay, I could pull something out and have like, boom, oh my god. It's like, it's pretty obvious actually. Anyone can figure this one out, right?
I'll play your games, but I've played
exactly.
this game 1,000 times, and this is the first time you've played it, and I've played it a dozen. So
that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah.
No, I think that people don't get it, and that's where they don't see the value. However, if you don't understand the value of it, you should be expecting to pay for it.
Yeah. Right. Well, I kind of prefer if you paid for it, regardless of whether you.
No, but if I don't understand what the hell you do, then whatever the price is what the price is. Because I'm not going to say, oh, I can get this done here. No, you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you can't. So no, I think that there are a lot of jobs, there's a lot of careers, lots of trades that we decide we're going to jump into. And because we spent so much time learning how to do it, like Alyssa, you're going above and beyond just simply learning about it. And we're not going to talk about that, but eventually you're going to talk about it one day. Because you and Jay, you've become absolute students to the point where you could teach what you've learned. That's worth more.
That's fair. Yep.
I hope so. You know what's a dying job is sales reps. I think sales reps are now educators.
Yep.
Well, okay.
Wholesale sales reps, I guess.
Right. So wholesale. Oh, look at this. Well, the conversation Friday night and Brandon coming from the newest podcast with Gianna Quinn. I appreciate that, Lindsay. I'm just surprised anybody watches, but I do appreciate when everybody comes and checks it out. Sales reps, it's different because we buy online now, so we research with Google and AI. So I think you really need to know your product before you can sell it. Now, do I think that people are selling anything? No, I think people are buying things, and they're buying from the person that knows what they're talking about.
Yep,
that makes sense.
It's relationship based for the most part nowadays, right?
Oh, JT. Now JT teaches. I think he's definitely a photographer in South Korea, but he teaches in South Korea as well. Classic example. Everything's just point and shoot. Like the camera does all the work. Meanwhile, you're spending the weekend in Seoul running around shooting locations, checking weather maps, meteorologists, timing the light down to the minute just to get a clean shot of a bunch of buildings for some website. And of course, everyone thinks they can do it too, right up until they try to copy the same photo and somehow end up with a blurry mess with their thumb in the frame. I have so many pictures of my thumb.
Yep.
So many pictures of my thumb.
It's an amazing thumb, right? So it just jumps right into all the pictures.
But you're right. Like, again, there's photographers. There's wedding photographers, and there's your kid in front of a tree photographers. You ever seen that shit?
Yeah.
Like apparently, everybody wants a picture of the kid in front of a tree.
Yep. That's the thing. It's a legitimate thing.
Yeah, kid in front of a tree photography. And anybody could I take a picture of my kids in front of a tree? Yes, but I also do a lot of photography for real estate. But could I do what JT does? Not without years of learning how to do that, because JT is an amazing photographer. But he loves it. That's the difference. Like a guitar player. Some guys can play guitar. Some people love the guitar. And some people become absolute masters with the guitar. So yeah, it all comes down to how much do you love what you do. If you hate what you do, you're not going to get any better at it.
That's really comes down to it. As long as you got to maintain some sort of interest in what you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to just stop doing it.
Well, and here's the thing. It's really hard to be shitty at something that you love. How about that? Like, listen, if you didn't like dogs, you wouldn't be a dog groomer.
Yeah, I was shitty at it for a while until I wasn't anymore, though. You got to be shitty first.
You got to be shitty to get better. That's a good quote from the coach from Goon. So you got to you got to suck to get better. You bet you do.
Yep. Exactly.
True.
But no, I think, guys, it was This was a good one. Like we kind of covered a lot of like things that people don't understand about what you do. I still don't know what the hell you do, Jay. You never explained what the hell you do.
Tell you, make it up. I don't know either.
Right. But Alyssa, you know, the fact that you do something that is you run hands down the best grooming place in the city, Grassroots, in case nobody knows who we're talking about here. But
Grasslands.
you became Grasslands. But
it's okay.
You do something
Grassroots
that
existed.
Yes. But here's the thing. You love it, and you took the jump into something that was insanely risky, managed through the shit, and came out in a place where you probably thought you weren't going to be 10 years ago. And with a client base that loves you.
Well, thanks. You know, though, when I did do some of that, but something else is when I started, there was so few of us that, like, without even really being good or knowing what I was doing, I had a good mentor.
Yep.
It's Auntie Cheryl, by the way. If you do want, like, she doesn't have a lot of overhead. She's out of her house. If people are looking for a place that's not as expensive, I really recommend Auntie Cheryl. She's a great groomer.
Nice.
But I started 2 months booked out. That was just a given if you got in the trade, and it's becoming trendy. It's becoming trendy now, and it's no longer a given. So we're now having to prove ourselves. So I'm glad that I pursued education and, you know,
well, and
better standards.
The best tradesmen are the ones that will also recommend other tradesmen, persons.
Yep.
Whatever.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Jay on his Chandler Bing. No shit. We don't know what
Chandler
you do.
Bing. I was
Trans
thinking more
Monster?
like Barney Stinson would be better.
Right.
What do you do?
He's a trans monster.
Please.
The wedding DJ is an overrated job. Most of the set lists are the same. And yeah, Moni is played all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
They don't really do
I couldn't do it.
Lots of people just
Like, there's a personality that, like, Joey. That's true. But have you ever been to a wedding that Joey hosts, like, from Trident? He's fun.
Oh,
he makes it fun.
You have to be. Now, there are some
Yeah.
DJs that I don't quite. You have to really, again, wedding DJs have to play to a crowd. However, there are some DJs that play to one crowd all the time, like the ones that work at, say, the Keystone.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Gentlemen, put your hands together for Crystal while they're watching Dreams Die on stage.
He's done that.
Yeah, exactly.
He's done that job forever.
Is it the same guy?
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, DJ Bling Bling.
That's what he
I
calls
graduated
himself?
with him.
Who was I was just literally talking
Yeah.
to somebody about that. Like at the golf, I think we were talking about that. So
About what, being a DJ at a strip club?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, how many times do you play Rock You Like a Hurricane?
A lot. It seems to work every single time, right?
My God. I haven't been, admission, I've been to twice in my life.
That's
Have I been
it?
to one of them? That's it. I just feel bad for everybody in there. I'm like,
We should go do a live there. We'll do it. We'll do the podcast.
we get flagged. We have to have our
Oh my
backs.
God.
We'd have to be facing the stage.
Yeah.
And again, we'd be listening. That's the thing. You
The music would censor us out all the time, every single time for copyright.
every time Pour Some Sugar on Me came on, we'd be stuck.
Yeah.
They'd flag us on everything. Twitch is a little more forgiving though. Like the other ones would flag us on it. But guys, I think this was fantastic. Alyssa, thank you so much for hopping on. I think this was cool. We got to get a little bit of insight into what you do. We still don't know what the hell Jay does. God damn, you
I was pumped to be invited.
That's good.
You know what? It's fun. It's simple. We're pretty laid back. But yeah, a couple hours on a Friday. Come on and hang out. Anytime you want to pop on, just let us know. I mean,
Just jump in, bring a drink, and have some fun.
Absolutely. I went with a pineapple rum today.
I listen sometimes, and sometimes I'll be like one of the first people, and then I'm like, oh, that feels nerdy, and then I'll pop back on later, so that I'm not just the only one.
If it makes you feel any better, I can't.
Somebody's listening to us.
Like, if it makes you feel any better, I can't really tell who's on. All I see is numbers. So I got 3 people here, 2 people there, 7 people there.
Mine wouldn't sync to my platforms. I tried it on the computer, and it wouldn't sync any of them over. So I had to share them on Facebook. But I'm not recording this onto Twitch this time.
That's fine. But 60% of the time it works every time.
Yeah,
like Sex
exactly.
Panther.
Yeah, you got it. Exactly. Cool. Good stuff, guys. I'm going to go get some supper.
Okay, guys. I got to wrap it up.
It's late. Okay, well, it's cutting in and
How
out,
you
so
do what
hopefully
you do
I'm
and
not
why you do what you do.
interrupting, but
Pop by anytime.
sorry.
We're learning. We're all learning.
Did it go over? I just wanted to say bye. So
For sure.
Cool.
All right.
I'll have headphones if I come on.
All right.
again.
Cool. That'd be good.
Perfect.
Thanks,
Thanks
guys.
for hopping on.
Okay.
Everybody have a
Bye.
fantastic weekend. All right.